Hello, welcome to the Bible in a Year, the Old Testament part. This is day 12, September the 12th. I'm Ali, and today we're looking at Genesis chapter 25, verses 1 right through to chapter 26, verses 35. And just one thing, just draw out here, you've got a classic story here of Jacob and Esau, and Esau comes in from hunting, and he's absolutely desperate. He's like, please give me food or I'm going to die. And in exchange for that, he gets the birthright. As an oldest son, as the twin that came out first, his right would have been to the far larger share of the inheritance that would have been due to him. And he sells all of that just for an exchange for some bread and some lentils. And it's crazy. We look at that and you go, that's crazy. You could have waited. You could have, just been hungry for a little bit longer and then you wouldn't have lost all of that. And yeah, I guess the question for us is just what appetites are driving us? How often in our life do we miss out on the best because our appetite is driving us to take the least, the lesser, the thing of less importance, the thing that actually will satisfy us the least, the thing that is short term and not long term. And that's always a good question for us. Just as God's people, we want our appetites, our hunger, our craving to be submitted to God. And so it's worth just asking again this morning, God, what is just before him, God, show me what is driving me. And are the things that are driving me, are they overtaking or are they submitted to you? But I think, again, what I love about this story today is just yet another example of God shining. This is God's story, as I've said before, and it's a good job too, because if, for example, today it was Isaac's story, here's what we see about Isaac. We've already heard that he loved one of the boys more than the other, and that led to all sorts of problems. One of his sons he loved more than the other. The next thing we see is that he lies about his wife and says she's his sister. And he lies for his own safety. He's worried about his safety. And he puts that above, the wife that he loves. It says in the end of the previous chapter that he loved her. Even though he loved her, he didn't care that much about her safety, because when the king Abimelech comes, he says, what is this you've done to us? And he says, one of the men might well have slept with your wife and you would have brought guilt on us. And so there's a sense here that in him lying about his wife being his sister, he put her at jeopardy, where other men might have come and slept with her because she wasn't under his protection as husband, which is just appalling. But again, what it reminds me of is that this is not a book that is about human heroes. It's a book of a God who is our ultimate hero. And when we reflect on these old passages, we're not drawn to looking at Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. We're drawn to the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. And we are drawn to a God who continually uses and chooses and anoints and sets apart people who are flawed and failed and selfish and sinful. And that is good news for us again today. Whatever our appetites, let's submit them to God, and let's look to a God who is perfect. We are not. He is. History remembers him as the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, the God of the imperfect. Have a good day today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. God bless.